Lacey here, back with another video. Sorry if you hear my fans today. It is 81 degrees inside my house, so imagine how hot it is outside. But today we are doing a renovating an awful Sims 14 build. I only put awful in the title because that's kind of what's trending for it. I don't think these houses are great, but they're there. So yeah. So right now I'm just kind of playing with color swatches, and I am not the best builder, so this is kind of like my way of becoming a better builder, just trying out new things. And I like the way this house turns out, but definitely needed some help. Needed some help, guys. So for this house, I'm thinking it's kind of like an up and comer, like very like snobby, kind of artsy type. So I'm doing some plants because I feel like plants are just kind of a nice way to brighten up that space, especially because the spaces are so small. I didn't add a lot of plants in this build. I'm not like a super planty builder, but I really liked these hanging plants and I wanted to add them into the bedroom. I made sure that there was everything that they would need to function. At the end, you'll see what I did with that dresser because that was not working in that space and I didn't have a mirror. So yeah. But now I'm kind of playing with the paintings on the outside. I think like they're maybe an art collector. They collect some paintings, they're very like uppity, you could say. I will design the sim at the end of the video, but for right now I'm just trying to figure out what the space is going to be to inspire the sim. I actually enjoyed the location of the kitchen, but I didn't like that wall that separated it from the main space. So in the end, I end up knocking down that wall, and I think it just opens up the house so much more. It makes it feel a little bit more lively. And I really like the new cabinets I choose. I really enjoy the Dream Home Decorator build stuff, so I ended up using most of that in my house just because I use it everywhere. Honestly, like every build, I always reach for Dream Home Decorator. It's kind of one of my favorites to use for builds. Just kind of like Engine Arrivals is one of my favorites to use for CCing up, dressing up my Sims, as you want to call it. And now I'm trying to figure out a layout for it because it was pretty small, so I thought why not expand it, make it come into the living room a little bit more, give them more counter space and a little bit of clutter space just because I'm not a big clutter person. And then here we are working on the facade. It was really hard to change this building because I'm not the best builder. So I just kind of went with keeping it simple. I changed the windows and I really love these CC windows that I changed it to. I changed the color because blue is my favorite color. So this does end up being a blue house and I really like it. It gives it a cute feel and I like it. I know not everyone will think this is a huge renovation, but it's keeping it more modern with simple things. And I really like the coloring. I love the way this build turns out. I do wish I could have done more with the facade, but since I'm not really good at picking out facade colors, I just chose a nice new door for it. I wanted to choose this double door, well, not this double door, this door that had this huge window, but it would cut into the bedroom. So I chose to keep it with the neighborhood and just do a single door with those overhead windows. And then these are the windows that I chose. These are so pretty. I don't exactly remember who the creator of them was. If I do, I'll put it down below, but I really love these windows. They just kind of liven up the space for me. And they're super simple. Like, Sims, come on. Choosing the blinds also ended up being a pain for me. I wanted to kind of size down these nice kind of blinds, but I realized sizing them down did not help. And I also got some custom content paintings just because I've seen a lot of builders use them recently. And since I wanted this person to kind of be like an art critic, like snobby type, I thought it'd be nice to maybe have some art pieces in their house, kind of like they bought them at art showcases. And I kept them very repetitive. Obviously, all of these are the same three paintings over and over again, but I kind of like this idea of this person living in this house being just so stuck in their ways and never wanting to try new art. And then here you can see me kind of creating a mock bookshelf because I didn't want to add in another bookshelf. So I put these against the wall and I started looking at paintings to put against them. Obviously, if you turn them to the side, you'll see that they don't lean like actual paintings, which is something I wish the Sims team did more of. But I think it looks cute the way that I've placed them. Then I placed some objects in front of them to make it look more three-dimensional, more full. And I really like the way this kind of wall shelf area turns out because it's super simple, but I think it's one of those things that help the house feel a little bit less bland and empty. I forgot to add in a AC, but I did add in a fireplace, so at least they'll be warm. I'm thinking probably gonna go back in and just add some fans, so maybe this person's a little less of a person who uses kind of ACs. I use the AC because Florida is hot. It's not a vibe. It's not a vibe if you don't have AC. I have a fan and I'm still suffering. I have another fan and I'm still suffering. So definitely, this person's not my type of person because I need my AC. But I'm imagining since I did put a fireplace and no AC units, I might go back in and just put two fans, two or three. So that way, maybe this person, they just use like fans and like a fireplace to keep warm at night during the winter, kind of cozy it up, you know. I also imagine that this world isn't as hot as like maybe Sulani ends up being and things like that. So that's kind of the vibes. And here I'm placing a TV in front of the window. This is like one of the few times I don't do a wall mount, but I kind of like it. And I know it's weird to have like your fireplace set off to the side, but I didn't mind that either because I felt like it wasn't the fireplace that was the showstopper in a way, but it's there for necessities for sure. And here, I don't know what I'm doing with this camera, but we're just going in, trying to add some clutter. Again, I'm horrible at clutter, but again, had to add some more art kind of related pieces to tie back into the story of the sim, add in some kitchen clutter, and I don't know if that stove is fully functional, but if it's not, all you have to do is move the pots and I think you'll be fine. But I do like that little decor touch on the stove top. It makes it feel a little lived in. I also added some shoes at the entrance, kind of on a rainy day. You know, they put their shoes by the door. And yeah, I think it's super cute so far. I do finally like the wall art because I wanted to play with kind of that mixing of art on the walls, but I don't know how Simmers do it so well, so I've been practicing that a little bit. And I like the way this turns out, but it feels like it's missing something, and I'm not sure what. Going back to the front, we kept it super, super simple. I added two chairs and a table, so maybe if the sim has a partner, they can come and sit outside together. It'd be super cute. I also added a trash can because we need a trash can. I left a generic mailbox because it's fine, it exists, we accept it. And I added a few kind of clutter pieces, like with the trees. And then I went back to the bedroom because it just felt lacking, and I started adding a lot of string lights. Don't think of the real I was gonna say realism, but that's not a word. Don't think about how realistic the placement of the light is. I just felt that the house was so bland in this bedroom, and so I just added so many fairy lights. Maybe they do end up having a partner that's more whimsical than them, a partner that likes to experiment and is a little more up with the trends. And I think it's super cute in the end, and it just kind of livens up that Sims house more. here we are with the tour. So we're slowly coming into the Sims home, and in the entryway, this is our Sim. I think I called him Theodorus or something super weird like that with Sims generators kind of randomizing. But here's the kitchen. I adore this kitchen. This is a beautiful kitchen. And here is their simple living room. He's already enjoying the TV, of course, because that's The Sims. And here is that little bookshelf corner. I just kind of love that. And going into the bathroom, here's the angle facing the toilet. I added some clutter on the wall and a robe just so they could have a robe when they got out of the shower. And here's a full shot of that living room with that dining table. And here is our corridor with the welcome wagon BFF house that I did CC up. And this is the beautiful bedroom. I think the bedroom is my favorite part of this build. It's just stunning and so simple, but I think it fits him as you can see that he's kind of a simple guy. I really adore this. And yeah, so that is our house. Of course, Liberty got some cheesecake. And thanks so much for watching. I will see you all in the next one. Bye!